Hello, welcome to another episode of Out of the Ordinary. I'm your host, Mikey, of course. So, today I'm having a roundtable discussion about something that happened to me on Friday. Well, I want to say about Thursday night, Friday morning. Um, Hello, Calvin. Hello, Jillian. Um, so, Friday morning, I wake up and I find my the bunny I'm taking care of. I find this cage knocked over, a big gaping hole in it. See, there's the cage is all knocked over. That thing's all reinforced steel and wood. The wood is pretty heavy. Um, and I find a big hole in the cage with no bunny. And I'm like, what happened to it? So I go looking around and I find it in the yard, um, dead, of course. I just find nothing but a cadaver and no blood, no teeth marks, nothing on the bunny. So I'm having a round table discussion today. I'd like to introduce, the Odd Mother and Liz. They'll be joining me for this round table discussion. What I think it is the infamous chupacabra. And there is a little souvenir that I kept that I found right here. Let's see if it'll focus on it. Um, Damn, right there.
And that's
That is
huge.
not a bunny claw. Yeah,
That
that
is-
is not a bunny claw.
No.
That is not a tooth. But what it looks like is what we were discussing in the back
Buying.
stage was a barb.
Yeah, it does. It looks very similar to a barb. And hi everybody.
Hi guys. Hello.
So
What's up?
I wake up, I see that big gaping hole in the cage and everything like that, and I end up calling the sheriff's department. I'm like, fuck, vandals. That's the first thing I thought, vandals.
Hmm.
I'm like, they came in, they killed my bunny, things were running through my head and everything like that. So we call the sheriff. Sheriff comes in, starts investigating and everything. He's like, that hole and all what happened, that was not human. And I'm like, whoa, coyote? He's like, no, possibly, but no.
Well, see, and
And
I
then,
find that fascinating, Mikey. Not to interrupt you, but a lot of times you being so close to it, you're going through like, oh my goodness, what exactly happened here? Whereas someone that's a little bit more disconnected can sometimes see certain things in a crime scene because it's a bunny crime scene.
It is.
The owner or the person that's close to that animal may not notice. But one of the really, really like bizarre things that I found so odd about it, and living out in a rural area myself, I understand animal predation and getting to small livestock and things like that. But if you look at that hole, the way it was ripped, whatever it was had to have put its hand all the way in there and gone all the way to the other end of that rabbit hutch to get that rabbit, because where that hole is like where the drinking water and stuff is, but where the rabbit actually stays is on the complete opposite end of that pen. And that pen is huge, and it doesn't look like there was like if it was a fox or a coyote or something like that, you would think that you would see a lot of hair around that hole. And that hole is big, like arm size big, but it's not huge, like head huge.
yeah.
So
Now,
I find that very intriguing.
Let me interrupt you here with that, okay? So the way the hutch was knocked over,
Hmm.
it was not anything. It had to have been something with strength because I lift weights, of course. I
No,
do.
Otis. Sorry to interrupt. No, Otis. There actually wasn't.
Being that I lift weights and everything like that, like I try to, reenact carrying that thing and pushing that. I had a hard time, and that's because I do lift heavy.
Wasn't it? Didn't you tell me it was like a proportion of it was nailed to one of those trees because of the storms and stuff that you guys usually have? Because I showed that to Oddfather, and he was like, because at first he was like normally like it's coyote or it's a fox, until he saw that, and he's like, I don't know what would have done that unless it was a large cat, but a large cat would not have left that much of that rabbit there.
But you see that a large cat would not knock that thing over because that thing is reinforced steel and heavy wood. Like that wood is that wood that my uncle made that hutch with. Not just anybody can actually, move that thing,
Yeah.
It's gonna take time, and it's gonna make a lot of noise.
Well,
see, this thing did not make any noise.
And
I agree with Jillian because she said it doesn't look like an animal, like entry hole.
Yeah.
But if it was human, they would have taken things from the yard. That's the thing. They would have
cut that screen. They would have cut that screen with a knife.
That's not a cut. They would have had to use wire clippers for that. And that does not look like wire clippings.
Hi.
No, it doesn't.
This looks like literally it was bent. I mean, there's other marks on there. Like this thing really did have trouble getting in.
Oh, there are other marks.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
They're
actually
not
what
showing there,
Jillian
but
was saying.
Yeah.
But
this thing really did have quite a bit of a struggle without making a sound. Because my grandmother is a light sleeper, and she didn't even hear anything.
Wow. So
I sleep right next to the bunny hutch here in the living room, and I didn't even hear anything.
Before
we
do put the picture of the bunny up, I am going to put our warning up.
Yes, go ahead and put a warning because, it's...
I mean, there's literally no blood, nothing, but,
That is a cadaver.
Yeah. So, again, guys, trigger warning. Also, I figure I should just do this ahead of time. Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. So, are you guys ready for the sad picture? So, this is the result.
No blood, no teeth, no markings. But
no animal perdition. That's the thing that gets me. There is no animal perdition whatsoever.
And this is even the sheriff, man. Like the sheriff was looking at it and he's like, "There's nothing there, no blood or anything." He says, "But what I do notice is that this thing had it in its mouth and snapped its neck." But if that were an animal, it would have eaten the whole cadaver up. Or it would have just taken it out.
Wouldn't a human have just opened it, like Kelly's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a human would have either opened it or just slashed that hardware cloth.
No. Here, let me add something here. Kelly's right. If it were a human, it would have opened the dang hutch. The hutch was unlocked.
Oh,
it has no lock. They would have opened the latch and taken it out, not just ripped the dang fence and everything like that. That's what amazed me.
Didn't you say that you even suggested, or the cop suggested, you brought up the word chupacabra and he did not dismiss it?
Yes. Here we go. Here's the kicker here. So I'm sitting out there, I'm sad, I'm very hurt by this and everything like that because I took care of it, we all put our work into it. And I told the officer, I'm like joking around, like, what if it were the chupacabra? I've never seen a police officer's face drop so damn hard.
Oh my gosh.
Out of the seriousness, and he just looks at me with this serious face and he goes, "You might be right." Like, he wasn't confirming it, nor was he denying it.
Yeah, but like usually they.
But they're
going to
get calls to stuff like this on a regular basis. You would think, especially if like cattle and different stuff like that.
This officer did seem like he knew something about it, but he wasn't going to discredit it, nor was he going to give it credit, because we just don't know. But the thing is that the look on his face when I said that, even if it was jokingly, just, that was like, he was like, okay, you know what? You might be onto something.
So one of the things Kelly said that, and I don't know if you guys have heard a rabbit scream before.
I have.
I have. It sounds like a child. It is.
Yeah.
He is absolutely right. It is blood curdling.
And Kelly said if it took too long, you should have heard it, because they scream.
Yeah.
It is the most just sound.
That's why
it will wake you up. It will wake you up if it happens at night. It's not like a little peep or a little squeak. I mean, it sounds like a human child crying.
Yeah, and none of us heard it. None of us heard it. We were like, the cop did it.
The
Come
cop's
on.
a chupacabra.
The cop's.
He's a shapeshifter.
Well, look. So I did find this interesting article, kind of talk about this, and this is on a website called allthat'sinteresting.com. And it talks about how in Puerto Rico, animal farms and things like that. And guys, my tablet is wanting to overheat, so hopefully I don't cut off on you guys. But chupacabra has been in their folklore and stuff like that for a very, very long time. Whereas since 1995.
Oh.
She'll be back.
Before she comes back, I guess we can touch base on some of the comments, because we got a lot coming through.
Yes.
So Jillian said, after, I would think that there would be more slash-like marks, but you did mention that there are. But she also said, your family doesn't have beef with anyone. Like, maybe they could take it out on you guys. Right?
No, my family does not have beef with anybody. We all know each other here. We're all neighbors. We all know each other. We've grown up. All of us, all the youngins here, we've all grown up together, gone to school together. And
we're
like
not going
I
to be
said,
youngins anymore soon, right?
Yeah, we're already in our 30s, and we're all viejitos and shit.
Rebecca suggested maybe a wolf, but I'm not sure about your area with wolves.
We have coyotes, and we might have wolves, but the thing is that it's not possible for them to really, come out of the woodworks here anymore.
Well, but also that whole having no extra fur, like, it's kind of crazy. And then, she's back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Kitty Cat says, I have to think a human would have cut up his or her forearm reaching through that hole, unless he or she had something like Kevlar on them, like a Kevlar sleeve. And that was my other thought too, is they would have been able to swab it for blood, because that stuff is so sharp.
Yeah,
exactly.
There was no sign of blood anywhere on there. No sign of blood or anything. And I don't think anybody here would can't afford Kevlar gloves or anything.
Yeah. Well, and that's what that article was saying, is that there have been multiple reports since 1995, when people started first reporting the chupacabra, that they normally do go after chickens, rabbits, small game, and things like that. So, if it really is something other than what we think of as like a mythological cryptid, and it could actually be some sort of either unidentified species or crossbreed of two different, closely related species. I find that fascinating that you're in Texas and this happened, and those tend to be the type of animals that what we know of or think of as the chupacabra normally go after. So why couldn't it migrate?
Yeah, and like I said, people claim wolf, fox and everything like that. How in the heck did it get the strength to push such a heavy. I mean, wolves cannot really push that much of reinforced steel and wood.
Well, and coyotes in our area, at least, I don't know about the coyotes in your area, but the coyotes in our area do not have the strength, both them and fox, the upper strength to push something like that over. That would, if you were just looking at that,
that thing had to have made noise, which it probably
like it would have had to have been a large cat or small bear or something like that to push something like that over.
Or as Jillian said, the man bear pig.
Man bear pig.
The man bear pig. There you go.
We've solved it. It is the man bear pig.
But yeah,
or sheep squatch.
I don't.
Sheep squatch.
Sam squatch.
I don't. I just don't. I just don't get that, because see, here we don't have. We have bobcats, but those things are way far out in the ranch lands of South Texas. That's getting in more into like falcon and Zapata and like way up northern Texas and stuff like that. We do have coyotes, but it's a very rare sighting of coyotes because we are almost a city already. We used to be country. I could have credited that because we did used to be country, but there's just a lot of houses and stuff like that here. So it's unexplainable. This conversation is upsetting Steve the cat. Oh.
Oh, poor Steve. Put some little kitty cat earmuffs on him. Rebecca brings up a good point too. You would think that whatever tore through that cage would not have left that rabbit intact just laying there. It would have been, if it were intended to eat it, it would have either taken it into like a wooded area or back to like a nest or what have you if it had like young animals to feed. They wouldn't have just left it laying there.
See,
and no one interrupted it.
Kelly makes a great point here, and Calvin says he was a country when country
was country when country wasn't cool.
And Kelly says here, in town coyotes opportunity kill, not disassemble cages.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually gonna bring that picture back up because I kind of want to examine it a little bit more too. Is that pushed in or pulled out? Okay,
here's that. I'm looking at it. I look at it. There's an entrance and an exit.
So you would think that somebody would have got cut, or a bunch of hair would be on there, or
there was a bunch of hair, but it's the bunny's hair.
Okay,
because the bunny's white and gray.
Weird.
The bunny's hair is white and gray. Yeah. This was all white and gray.
I mean, there's no blood or anything.
Nope. Nothing.
And you would think at the very least, whatever did it would have scraped themselves. Or at the very least, the bunny's blood should be on there, sorry to say.
Well, and that's such an odd-sized hole. I mean, honestly, something big enough to push over a cage that heavy would leave such a small hole.
Wait, hold on. Coming back. Let me bring that back up.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in.
What the hell is that?
So, let me look at, sorry, it's kind of not,
Can you take it out with some tweezers or something, maybe?
I
don't know if you want to touch it, but.
Yeah, I'm not touching that thing.
It could.
But let me try and, damn, let me
It could be a nail pulled out at the very base.
Maybe, but isn't that an odd-shaped nail? It's not.
It would be
a cat nail.
Arched, I guess.
It looks almost like a barb.
The reason I say it is because it does. Oh.
It has.
Oh no, we lost Mikey.
It has. Y'all want to see it again?
Yeah, because I accidentally pulled you out of the feed for a second.
Is it hollow?
It looks like it has a quick in it.
That's what it has.
When I found it, it had a little bit of blood, a tiny bit of blood. That's how I knew it was from an animal.
Mm-hmm.
They're
And I was like, well, what is this from? I go, this
Whoa.
can't be from a bunny.
Well, you know, and I hate the
Hey,
bunny had
hooray.
to lose its life like that. My goodness, that's just awful. But I mean, you've got to say how many people can say, because usually whenever you hear like a cryptid story, it's like, I heard it from my brother's uncle's nephew's wife's sister.
You heard it from me.
Kel-
You heard it from me.
Kelly has a point here. Maybe it died from a heart attack because bunnies are known to get that riled up and just have heart attacks, like in the process of whatever was happening, and that's why there's no blood.
It's possible.
But
The animal still would have eaten it. Whatever
There
it
you
was,
go.
still
Taken
would have
it.
eaten
Otis
It would
says,
have just
"Hear
been
me
a
out.
disappeared bunny.
What if someone cut the hole, lured the rabbit with food over the hole, snaps the neck, hence why you didn't hear it scream, then injected it with something to kill it? That is a whole lot of effort."
Yeah, I don't think your
For a
ghetto
bunny.
Mexicans over here would actually do that. They don't have that kind of. They don't got that kind of money over here to be.
I want
that
what
kind of
Otis
stuff.
has.
But that's a good one. That's a good one. But
Apparently
no,
that's
like
what she
I
said,
said,
Oddmother,
you
I don't
know,
know.
like I say, I watch way too much crime drama to actually let something like this go. I totally went Law and Order on this shit.
You have. You really have. Kelly says, take your sample to a vet to see if they can identify it.
That
I
would be a
think they
wonderful
will.
idea.
I think I
That
will.
thing that you've got in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
The
kept
Tic
it.
Tac
I
Law
kept
doesn't
it one
work
thing
enough.
for. I kept it one thing for evidence because I mean the bunny is not really my bunny either. It belongs to my little
Mhm.
cousin.
Oh.
Mhm.
But I
ouch.
take care of
no.
it. My grandmother and I, we take care of it because they moved out of the house here. So we got in charge of taking care of that. And well, I mean, my uncle, he can be kind of, he can kind of get to the point where he lies and shit. So we were thinking, well, what if he blames us for killing it or something like that? And
Right,
hey,
right.
it
No,
wasn't
I
us.
understand.
I love that thing too damn much to actually do something bad to it,
Well,
So
bunnies
don't-
are cute.
Yeah. Why would anybody?
One of my
I just still think that thing is just really odd shaped. I mean, I've raised rabbits, I've raised all kinds of animals and things like that and livestock. And honestly, even if it came out at the quick, as small as that whatever that thing is in that bag,
yeah.
just the circumference of it and the length, it's not curved like a predator.
Huh.
Yeah, you're right. It's not.
So that lends to more of a quill than a.
And it doesn't look like a tooth. It doesn't look like a canine.
Mm-mm. Apparently, Jillian can see you, Mikey, as the iced tea type detective.
Tortula.
But yeah, it looks more like a quill.
Yeah. I mean, it. Some people say it might have been an opossum, but how in the heck is an opossum going to drop a freaking huge hutch like that?
Well,
You got to be a pretty big opossum.
possums are pretty big and evil.
They are pretty big. But
But
my
they're
ex sister-in-law, she has got a possum rehabilitation. She
Yeah,
helps
that's not a
to
claw.
rehabilitate livestock. Possums are weird. They prefer ticks and small bugs. Now,
Yeah.
not to say they won't eat carrion, but they don't normally go after live prey. Now,
But yeah,
raccoons
it's
can.
only if they're already dead.
Yeah, exactly. They go after the carrion. They're kind of like a coyote too. It's like an opportunity. They don't
See,
necessarily hunt.
Calvin has a point. Wouldn't have a nail that big.
Exactly,
also
and that's
Kelly says
exactly what I was
possums
bringing
aren't
up right
rabbits.
now.
Yeah.
I was going to show you guys with possums. They don't have big enough nails, and their nails don't retract either.
Mm-mm.
And look how
And their
cute this
main
little
diet
critter
is
is.
ticks.
Yeah.
Look how
Ticks
cute.
and
Exactly.
carrion.
He's just so cute. But yeah, they eat ticks. Actually, possums are really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's all afraid of them. Yes, they can be evil. They hiss and they will bite you. They do not carry rabies. They actually help guard people against rabies.
I'm not afraid of possums, actually. You know, we have possums in our yard here that we call them the resident possum.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go outside and I'll catch him outside, you know, doing his thing, and I'm like, hey, what's up?
Well, but then you have to go back to, even if it was like a raccoon or something like that, or a fox, whatever it was, it had to have been at ground level, and it had to have been a decent height in order, because that hole, if it had been a possum or a raccoon, it would have more than likely been at the top, because they're going to climb up whatever it is, and they're going to come down. A raccoon might do something like that.
This animal, whatever it was, must have had must have been on steroids or something like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They couldn't have knocked over that cage, and it would have left hair behind.
Mm-hmm.
Otis, that hole would have had hair.
What?
It would have had hair from the other animal or anything. But this thing, it had the bunny hair. It had gray and white.
That's what's tripping me out with this. By the way, I was typing in other cryptids.
Chupacabras are kind of hairless, aren't they?
Well, as far as we know, yeah. I mean, there you go.
No. Okay.
Oh, look at the claws. Look at the claws, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You ain't kidding. No. You know what freaked me out?
Or we got this version.
You know what freaked me out more is when Jillian posted that photo of supposedly that Jersey Devil thing, not the unicorn thing.
The one on the fence?
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
That kind of sent goosebumps on me, because I was like, that could be. I was looking at the hole and everything, and I'm like, logical. That's it. That's freaking it.
Oh my God, Otis is cracking me up.
Maybe whatever it is in the bag has nothing to do with the crime, or maybe the suspect collected weird voodoo fang teeth.
I'm going to go with voodoo fang teeth.
And he dropped it after he injected your rabbit.
So it is still crime scene evidence.
So cue the Law and Order theme. Dun dun.
Maybe it's a baby chupacabra who doesn't know what it's doing yet. I mean, is that kind of the same idea as snakes? Sorry, there's a fly. I'm all. Same idea.
That's why that rabbit's left there. Mama Chupacabra came over and said, "What the heck are you doing?" and slapped the baby Chupacabra against the head to come home.
Knocked him into oblivion.
Oh man. I was trying to look up different cryptids that possibly would eat bunnies, by the way, and I just kept coming up with a jackalope.
Oh my God.
Every time you say jackalope, that reminds me of that freaking thing that would come out on America's Funniest Videos or something like that with Dave Coulier.
Look up swamp booger.
What the swamp booger?
Oh God.
Look up swamp booger.
Okay, I got one. It's a Tywiki Widby.
What, a hootie?
Look up a Tywiki Widby.
How do you even spell that?
It's TYWKIWBI.
Wait, what? TYWK what?
Okay, TYWK IWDBI.
DBI.
How the hell did you even find this? God.
I'm talented. It is creepy.
I just started typing on my computer board, and then this came up.
Isn't it creepy?
I haven't seen it yet.
Hold on.
It's not coming out on my.
It's not coming out of mine either. I just see a bunch of people sitting on the front porch.
I'm gonna Google it. Googlear.
I don't even
download a picture and pop it up.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Because apparently I spelled it wrong.
It might be on Bing.
The swamp booger or a jackal monkey.
Oh dear Lord, a jackal monkey.
Leave it alone. You don't know where it's been. The cat just walked across the keyboard.
Oh dear Lord, what the hell?
Exactly, that's how it got spelled.
I just got this weird. I just got this weird shark-looking shit.
Okay. Hold on. I spelled it wrong when I saved it.
No wonder. I was getting all kinds of weird stuff.
No. I spelled it right when I told you guys.
Oh,
Whoa.
okay.
That looks like a bunny.
It is a bunny.
Oh shit!
So
Were they trying to mate?
It's called again a Thai Wiki Woodbee.
And that's for real?
So what they actually think this is some kind of parasite. that
Yeah, like a
caused all that.
growth or something.
Yeah, but if you
Too
look
weird.
at it, it's kind of jackalope-ish. Poor bunny. But yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So Rebecca says, "Hope you can find out what killed your rabbit." I have to go, so have a good night. Good night.
Oh, have a good one.
Bye.
Side note, Dustin, we are great. I hope you're doing great.
Who
He's
killed
awesome. He's always
Mikey's
here.
rabbit?
Oh, hey guys, should we do a commercial?
Yeah.
Let's do a commercial.
All right. Let's figure out which one. I'll do this one.
Ma,
No, I'm laughing at
they got that commercial on again.
this. So Otis like looks like dreads. That fucking thing you just pulled up killed the bunny. I'm gonna have nightmares.
Hold on. I've got to send you what actually got the bunny. This will make more sense. Hang on. Hold on.
Let's find out.
Dun dun dun.
I'm going back over.
Weird. Dun 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 dun.
Ja.
Do 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 do.
I'm waiting for it.
I know. Hold on. I'm moving slow. Hold on. Let's see.
I always wondered what happened to the rabbit from the Holy Grail. The fangs. The fangs.
Darn it! Tablet quit acting stupid. All right. Okay, I sent it to you.
Let's see it. Oh my god.
Ooh, Jeopardy music.
We have solved the crime.
What is it?
Hold on, save as. I don't.
Nasty big pointy teeth says Stephen P. Kitty Cat. Cats? I'm a cat. And a dance. Cats? I'm a kitty cat. That's gonna be Stephen P. Kitty Cat's new theme song.
I will contact that guy. Here you go, guys.
Oh, jeez.
The iguana bunny.
Whoa.
The zombie iguana bunny.
I have solved it. Thank you. Thank you very much. My job here is done.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Nasty big pointy teeth. Jeopardy music.
Run away! Run away!
Earlier, some smart ads asked, "What's next?" Some smart ass. Yeah, smart ass is what it was. It's fungi infected cannibal zombie rabbits. Great, just dandy. Good lord. Looks like the teeth. So, okay. We're all pretty much in agreement that Chupacabra is like one of the likely subjects here, or suspects here. Do we have any other ideas? Because Chupacabra is the most logical right now.
Well,
Yeah. See what some of the people down in the comments say.
Carol
That'd be
effing
great.
Baskin.
What
was
do
Carol
you guys
Baskin.
think?
It's Carol Baskins.
It was Carol
effing
Baskin.
Baskin.
There,
Watch out, guys.
problem
We might
solved.
get
It was
sued.
Carol Baskin.
I am not. Ah!
Check this out here. My cousin, when he lived here and everything like that, he's really high into all the, like the conspiracies and stuff like that, these UFOs and
Mhm.
all this other kinds of stuff, you know. Me being his older cousin, you know, I teased him about it, you know. I'm like, you know, it's all fake, man. I'm like, you know, just teasing him about it and everything. Like, he's like, no, man, I really saw these things. And I'm like, yeah. But now I kind of come to realize, like, you know, it might be true. He might have seen some shit. And I'm
Well,
just
we
like,
find new species all the time, Mikey. So I don't think that it could be 100% ruled out that it could be some sort of species we're not aware of.
exactly.
Sorry.
What?
I was looking up more things that could possibly be for some good pictures. And
It's
somebody
just
did this.
weird. I mean, if you had just the hole, or you had just the claw, or you had just the cage knocked over, it would be easier to apply Occam's razor. What the world?
Ta-da.
But with all three of those together, actually all four, because the rabbit was left there intact, it's just very bizarre.
You see, Calvin says here, he says, I would think if it were the chupacabra, it would have drained the blood.
There is no blood.
There is no blood. That's the thing. There
That's
would have
why
been evidence about it, which this thing was completely drained of its blood, I think.
Mhm.
It had to have been, because there was none on the grass. There was none on the floor, you know, where it dragged it and stuff, because I'm pretty sure it bled out.
It had
Whatever had it.
Well,
had
even if
to-
it did have a heart attack, like Kelly suggested, it would have still had, maybe it wouldn't have had pumping blood, but the blood had not coagulated. So
Yeah,
there would have
shouldn't
been
some have
blood
come out?
somewhere.
Now,
Yeah.
here's another
You would
thing.
think it would have.
I've experienced a bunny getting bit by a black widow. And because you said that there were no bite marks that were visible, right? But there was no blood, which was weird. Ah, gosh. Speaking of the blood-curdling scream, the bunny just screamed and then died. That's what happened with the black widow. Is the bunny just
Oh,
screamed
that's so weird.
and then fell over dead.
But
I had no clue what was going on until later when we found a black widow.
Yeah, but I don't know any, like, I would run if I saw a black widow big enough to make a hole like that.
and knock over a cage. And
Yeah,
be like, you know what the hell? I'm
I'm
getting
not saying this
shotgun.
was a black widow, but I'm trying, like,
It was an 8-legged freak.
oh my god, that movie.
David Arquette.
Ugh. That movie still gives me the heebies.
Arachnophobia.
Because I would even say like a large snake, but like a snake can't make a hole like that.
Yeah, no,
Kelly said
there's
earlier,
nothing.
it looks like somebody punched it.
Why would somebody? Why would
I don't-
literally? Why would somebody do that? Not go unscathed? You know,
Yes.
like literally. Like I mean, you'd be having scratch marks all over your arms and stuff if you really did punch that thing that hard.
True.
Because even the fencing, that's all hard rubber and metal. So you'd have to have a hard time. No, this thing, whatever it was pulling and it was twisting. Because if you look at
It is very, very bizarre.
I will take more video of it and everything like that. I'll go around it and I'll show you how there's other marks there where it was, you know, pulling and twisting.
Oh.
Like this thing really did want that bunny. It wanted something and it wanted it. Because look at the twist marks in there. You can tell there. The top of it is outwards and the bottom of it is inwards.
Do you see on the right-hand side all his fur?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
How much fur is over there?
Oh, there's a hell lot of fur on that thing. That's all the bunnies.
That's a trip. Yeah.
See, and that's where it was at. That whatever it was knocked over my grandmother's plants.
I was looking
Mhm.
at that too.
Knocked over a bunch of plants and everything like that. I mean, it did some damage there. That's where it entered,
so
right there, with
weird.
that one plant there that's on the side, right next to the soap bottle.
Yeah.
That one, that's where it came from. That's where it entered there, and it went there where all the dirt is, knocked over those plants, and tried to get to the to the cage. That part of the cage there, it has twist marks.
Weird. That's a trip. Oh, hold on, we got comments.
Let's see. I was watching Expedition Bigfoot last night and found primate DNA in Kentucky and Washington State related to chimps. Then Kelly says, is there enough metal? Yeah, and that metal, that fencing there, the squares are really small.
Yeah, we call it hardware cloth here, and it's hard because that's what a lot of our small animal cages were built out of, and it's not easy for an animal to chew through it. It usually takes a couple of visits.
Yeah.
Like you'll start seeing areas that are starting to be chewed, and they'll come back every night and start chewing in an area because that's what we would have to check for a lot of times with our rabbits and our chickens.
That's what my grandmother says. She's like, maybe this thing was coming every night, but there was no chew marks or anything like that on it to even know that it was doing that.
And Kelly's got a good question. Were there any tracks in the dirt?
No tracks at all. Like I tried looking for it. I tried retracing where it came from, how it came in and everything like that. Nothing, no tracks, no dirt prints, nothing.
Huh.
That's the weirdest part right
weird.
there, is that it did not leave any tracks other than that freaking whatever it is, tooth, claw, I don't know what the hell it is. But it left no dirt tracks, nothing, no paw prints, nothing.
And that hole's too small for a dog. Like a
Yeah.
dog just wanting to play and get at something. That hole is way too small. Even if it was a large, it'd have to be a large dog to push it over.
And I kind of wanted to say, it might have been a pit bull. But
Mhm.
even at that, because a pit bull can't probably push that cage, because there's a lot of people down here that feed them steroids.
Mhm.
They feed pit bulls steroids.
But they usually move in packs when they start doing stuff like that, don't they? It's usually more than one dog getting out at night and going and chasing animals for fun.
Yeah, we even have a
This
pack
thing
of
could have been
stray dogs around here.
Yeah, this thing could have been one that got loose. It could have even been. You know what I'm thinking too? It could have been like a Doberman
But
or
still,
something.
the lack
There
of
is.
blood from even the
That's
perpetrator?
that's another thing that I took in consideration. Pit bull roid rage solved. That's another thing I took into consideration. I was like, okay, well, if it was a dog, the dog would have ate the dang bunny up. It would have devoured it.
Yeah.
No matter what, it would have taken it. It
Or at
wouldn't have
least
dropped
pulled it
there
in
and just
half.
left it there.
Yeah, at least shredded it, because
Yeah.
Freya, when she
Mhm.
gets a hold of something, she just likes to tear it up.
Yeah.
And
And-
that emery cloth would have tore up their gums.
Blood.
Yeah.
More blood. There should have been blood.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there should have been blood.
How old was the bunny?
I don't know exactly how old it is or was, but I know we got it sometime back in 2020. It had to have been, I think, before Thanksgiving that we got it. We hadn't gotten it for that long. We didn't have it for that long, but that dang thing actually grew fast.
The dingo ate your bunny.
We ain't got no dingoes.
All that damage would tear an animal's
Dingo
mouth
boy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, Kelly. It would have torn up their gums to start biting through that hardware cloth like that.
Have you? Gums bleed like crazy too.
Mm-hmm. So do noses and everything like that. I mean, That
yeah.
thing had to have cut up. It would have cut up the snout and everything like that, and the gums and everything. It would have just did so much damage.
Bunny have gambling debts or hang out with unsavory characters.
No, Stephen P. Kitty Cat. What is this, Goodfellas?
Hey, that rabbit wasn't wearing no cement shoes.
Yeah, no. It is weird. I mean, I kind of wanted to, stay up one night and just see if it would come back or something like that. But the thing is that once that thing's gone, it's gone. It's not going to come back unless I get something else.
I would seriously take that thing that you've got in a bag to a vet and see if they might be able to give you some insight.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. See what I can get out of it. The Iceman got him.
Okay, so Calvin, interestingly enough, my aunt up until recently had a bunny that lived to be, I want to say 16 or 17 years old.
Jesus.
His name was Bunnicula. And he was huge. He was so big, his head, like he had trouble holding his head up. But he'd sit there. And he was a happy bunny. He was a good bunny. So, Stephen P. Kitty Cat asks again, was the bunny originally from New Jersey?
Put up Kelly's comment there.
The Iceman got him. And then here we go.
She says that bunny wasn't taken out by mouth. It's not going to stand there by the hole and wait to be eaten. That's another thing that kind of what I thought about too. I was like, okay, the bunny's not just going to stand there. It's because there's in that cage. There's a little tunnel there that it has to where it goes in when it rains, and then on the top it's where it lays down when it's outside. So that's what I was trying to think. I was like, whatever it was went in, got it, and dragged it out.
Or reached in and got it, and whatever reached in had to have been fairly large and fairly long. That's the reason I kept thinking maybe a snake.
But
yeah, but how did the hole
big
happen?
Gaping hole?
Exactly. How did the hole happen?
Exactly there.
I'm bringing the hole back up here. It's like,
see right there on the side of the hole. There's a little door where the bunny can go in. It's like a box where the bunny can go in case if it's raining or anything like that. It could just, sleep.
Or at least run to the other end of that cage. That's not a tiny cage.
what I'm wondering is how on earth did they reach in?
Yeah.
Also,
exactly.
If it was a person,
that's all the questions that we have.
Why didn't they just open it?
Exactly.
Or no, there was fur around the hole, wasn't there?
Elmer Fudd.
There was
Kill
fur around
the
hole,
rabbit.
Right?
Crazy.
What, Liz?
There was fur around the hole, though, right?
Yes.
But it was rabbit fur.
No, I was gonna say, or somebody did reach in and grab it, and then they made the hole to make it look like it was an animal.
But why do that and then just leave it in the yard?
The latch is right there. The latch is there.
You make the hole to make it look like somebody did something.
Like that could be possible, but still, they could have. Well,
but go back to that hole real quick, because it looks like a lot of it is pointing outwards. We know too much about crime.
And a lot pointing out, like the bottom part of it is going in. The top part is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like it all went inward originally, and then the bunny was pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
And like I said, no blood stains or anything.
That's the part that's tripping me out the most, because you would think that right there on the wood, you'd at least see some.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. There's nothing there. There's no color, no coloring of anything, no coloring of blood, nothing.
Poor little guy.
Jillian, if I get murdered, I want Mikey, Odd Mama, and Liz on the case.
Yeah, we'll be the SVU unit.
Hold on, let me move this down and go back. So
So let's do a psychological profile on whatever
guys,
this was.
it was Lord
Guys,
by
give me a minute.
Carrots.
Give me a minute. My grandmother's asking me a question. What?
Okay.
Anna wants to know what is the name of the movie you impacted with Trejo?
It's called The Cloth.
The cloth,
Yeah,
the cloud, or the
Cloth. La Garra.
La garra.
See.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I'm back. She wanted to know.
Yeah, I think we should call it the Sassy Pants Killer.
The Sassy Pants Killer.
The Man Bear Pig Sassy Pants Killer. What if the rabbit just busted out?
That's another thing we actually talked about. What if it busted out? But I'm still thinking, I'm like, how in the heck is it going to really do that? Look at the cage. There's entrance and exit. That had to be
it doesn't
something
make
that
any
entered
sense.
and came out.
And I've had rabbits. They will chew, but they won't sit there and chew like that because that would take hours.
That rabbit would have had to have had some kind of, metal teeth or something like that, because like I said, the fencing in there had to have been with some clippers. That's the only way you're going to penetrate that fence is with clippers, with
Or claws.
wire clippers.
So, gosh, trying to do a psychological profile on this thing when we're not even sure. Like, I can't be like, it was a white male between 18 and 40. He has brown hair.
And mommy issues.
Mommy issues and a crooked smile. I want to say
Well, it definitely has rabbit issues. We know that.
He, No, I'm sorry. He's short. He's bald. He regularly gets outsmarted by another rabbit. And, he has a shotgun. But oftentimes, the rabbit has jammed carrots into the shotgun, making it go off.
Y'all are gonna probably laugh at this. Check this out. Hear me out on this. Y'all are probably gonna laugh, but we also have legends of a thing called El Duende, which is like a creepy dwarf. Like it's a mythical dwarf, supposedly that appears, that causes trouble and chaos. The thing with that is that I don't want to steer towards that whole Duende legend thing, but couldn't it be that maybe that thing ripped that cage apart, had something that ripped that cage apart and pushed the hell out of it? It does fit the sizing and everything. Could have pulled it out.
Is it a dwarf with claws, though?
That's supposed to be a spotting of El Duende. Right
It
there.
could.
It looks like a chupacabra on two legs.
It kind of does.
Could have. The Duende, this could be a tooth from it or something like that. I mean, it's not human and it's not animal. It sure is not animal. Just look at it. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, but even if that goes into the gum a good way, which we know our teeth do go into the gum a good way, think about how big the head of that thing would have to be to have a tooth that large.
They do have big heads, I guess. I'm not too sure.
Want to see a creepier one for Duende?
Oh, that's a hell no. That looks like a miniature pumpkin head.
Right.
I mean, there have been people that have seen El Duende, I mean, I'm not going to say it was, and I'm not going to say it wasn't, but I mean, that...
It looks like a hobgoblin.
Yeah. Everything
Had to have
I
been some
find-
kind of goblin.
Duende.
I mean, at least the damn thing should have at least showed some respect and taken the dang cadaver, not left it in my yard.
Well, like, that's some of the depictions I'm finding
Mm-hmm.
right now.
That looks like something from ICP or something,
Right?
right?
Well, everything I'm finding, it's popping up with, like, basically leprechauns.
Well, yeah, that's what it really is a leprechaun, but they aren't like your stereotypical leprechauns, like magically delicious and all that shit. No, these things are evil little fuckers.
Magically delicious.
These things are evil. According to the legend, these things are fucking evil.
Eat it and see
And
the
they
turn.
will do troubles. Eat it and you see if you turn. I'm gonna end up becoming one of those damn
episode
lizard
is
people.
just Mikey in a corner.
I'm gonna be like those lizard people on freaking Cheech and Chong, man. They go on the wall there with the smoke and shit.
Yes.
Looks like the little gnome thing from Cat's Eye. Yeah,
Ooh, that thing used to creep me out when I was younger.
right.
I hated that short story.
So
Whatever
Otis
that
knows
is in the
whatever it
bag.
was in that bag extracted at the time of the bunny death, there would be some kind of matter from the extraction. That's a thing in the bag. That thing in the bag is too clean. No, it's not. The reason why I don't take it out of the bag is because I have nothing to grab it with. But I
It
could
had
show
blood
you.
on it, didn't you say,
had-
when you first found it?
It had like a little bit, like a speck of blood inside, like something. It had something inside it. It's a little bit hollow, and then it goes in, and then it stops being hollow, and there was like blood or like meat or something in it.
Hmm.
That's like a
So
quill.
is it the quick?
Huh?
Is it the quick that you're talking about?
No, he said it was sort of hollow, and then it turned into like some sort of organic matter.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try and find something.
See if you can get a piece of toilet paper or tissue.
I'll be right back. Let me get something.
I want to see the like inside of it. I want to see the inside.
We're all.
Show me the inside.
I'm looking up these duendes, and like, they are basically more evil leprechauns.
Like a leprechaun hobgoblin.
Yeah.
He's a
And-
hobknocker.
Oh my god, this is the best picture I've seen so far, and it's totally fuzzy.
All right, I got the thing out here. Hold on.
This picture's hilarious to me. I gotta bring it up.
Okay,
Oh,
right there.
wait.
Oh.
Okay.
That's not a tooth.
It's either a nail or a quill. The only thing about quills is usually at the base they they indent a little bit.
Shit. Look, this is the other side of it.
It's got a quick. Huh.
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like what you see on the backs of lizards.
Kinda. You know what?
Iguanas?
Give me just a moment. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Hold on.
Hey, maybe it was a Gila monster.
It could. Well, now listen. A Gila monster could have knocked that thing over, made that hole, and grabbed that bunny, but he would have ate that bunny.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
And I don't think Gila monsters would actually live around where I live because we don't have any swamps or anything. We have canals, but there's never been a sighting of Gila monsters in there either.
It could have been someone's pet.
I want to show you guys.
I had an uncle that had a farm. What is that?
That's a rabbit's claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that. That's not sharp like this one is.
Those are cut though.
And those are curved, though. Hold that other one up again.
Hold on.
I don't think it's that curved.
No, it doesn't look like it.
And that bunny doesn't look big enough to have a claw that big.
Hold on. Let me get just a little piece because I got a real big piece of paper here and stuff.
Looks like a quill. Looks
It does look like a
nail.
quill.
Not associated with the crime. Gator. We want to see the goddamn blood. Oh, I said it wrong, but you know. One of my dog's nails are shaped like that. They jut out straight instead of curling under, but he's a 11-pound Chiweenie.
What?
It was a monster Chiweenie.
Monster Chiweenie. There's the front of the nail, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just look. Oh wait. There's the other side. There's the front. The
It bends weird at the very end.
yeah.
Now I'm intrigued. Hold on. Oh, here we go. I found it. It's a blind mole. That's what it is. It's a
Oh.
mole.
It's a blind
Hold on.
monster mole.
Monster mole.
Wait for it. I got this. Ready, guys?
I'm ready.
I have solved it. It's a mole.
Oh my god. It was a mole. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to end the show right now because
Oh.
I have gone over the hour mark.
Oh, yeah, we have, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Thank you for coming on here, Odd Mother and Liz. It was a pleasure having you all on my show. Thank you to all my fans. You know, this portion was made possible by viewers like you. Thank you. Go follow PBDC TV, P13, Psycho Bunny Death Cult, and Roots Bleed Red. This has been Mikey with Out of the Ordinary. Have a good night.
Bye.